It began with a confidential message, marked urgent, sent to senior Kensington Palisades late at night. The sender, Prince William himself. The subject line, strict eyes only updated protocol, concerning the Sussexes, buried in the middle of that email was the line now making waves across royal watchers. Harry's emotional volatility is a risk. My children must not be exposed to it. Treat any access as a security issue. Two palace sources say that message was only meant for a select few, but it leaked. Crown Leaks reports Prince William privately labeled Harry a potential threat to his children. Now, Kensington Palace is scrambling to contain the fallout. The message sent shockwaves. William and Harry, once inseparable, were now divided by more than just distance. A respected royal biographer said it bluntly. This is no longer personal, it's protective. This is William, building a firewall between Harry and the heirs to the throne. That move suggests something unseen happened behind the scenes, something serious enough to be documented. And what triggered it? Insiders say it was Harry's private remarks about George, Charlotte, and Louis comments William took as emotionally off balance and possibly manipulative. For context, cleaning up leaks, false narratives, and buried footage takes hours. Hit that join button to help this channel keep exposing what they won't. Palace insiders say the final fracture happened during a private video call in late June 2025. The call's agenda was simple: finalize summer plans and discuss a joint mental health appearance. Instead, Harry reportedly made a chilling comment: "Your kids are already trapped in the system. One day they'll hate you for it." Sources say William froze and ended the call immediately. Within the hour, the now infamous email was sent. Palace Files UK later confirmed. Harry allegedly said, "Your kids will resent you." 10 minutes later, William cut the call. Hours later, he put it in writing. A former Comes aide explained why this shattered the line. You don't bring someone's kids into a conflict, especially not heirs. It's sacred. And Harry crossed that line. William later told close confidants Harry's tone felt like a veiled threat. Kensington source, if he can say that about my children, what's next? That's when William began using security language. Sources stressed this wasn't a one-off moment. They described Harry's mindset as unpredictable, noting his recent rants on royal parenting and the monarchy's control over children. Palace Intel, William's team now treats Harry as an emotional wildcard. That's the current climate. What William did next turned private tension into official policy. Following that intense video call, William reportedly held a classified security meeting at the palace. Present, 2 top aides, royal protection leadership, and a child welfare advisor. Sources claim William gave a direct order: all child requests go through security. No exceptions, no casual meetings, no surprise calls. It was a sharp shift. Up until that point, Harry still had limited, informal access to his niece and nephews. Now, every interaction would require clearance, just like press or outside guests. Royal Security Bulletin. William has instructed staff to treat Harry as an unapproved visitor when it concerns the children. That's a serious escalation. A senior security official called the move strategic containment. From their view, emotional unpredictability poses a threat. Threats must be preempted. Analysts comment. A threat isn't always physical. It can be psychological or emotional, especially with children. That's the concern. One internal briefing revealed this chilling line. Harry's opinions about monarchy and parenting may be weaponized against the crown. Risk level high. Translation: William's fear isn't just physical harm, it's influence. Inside Crown affairs, this is not your average family feud. It's William drawing a hard line. He no longer trusts Harry's emotional presence around his children. That's high-stakes drama. From that moment on, Harry wasn't just the distant brother, he became a classified risk. Sources overheard. Staff whisper, "It's sad, but honestly, it's time." For years, staff debated whether Harry's access should be limited. Some thought William was too lenient. Others feared PR disaster. Now, that debate is over. One aide noted, William's team has felt the tension for months. This email didn't surprise everyone. Some were just shocked it took this long. One insider added, it's not about physical danger. It's the fear of emotional disruption. What if Harry tells George he doesn't need the crown? That's William's worst-case scenario. Another compared it to cybersecurity. A breach from within, emotional manipulation, they say, is just as damaging as public scandal. Kensington aide. Those kids are William's firewall. Everything. If he's putting this in writing, it's because something spooked him deeply. Even some who have long supported Harry were forced to admit this was serious. At Sussex, sympathetic. Even Harry's fans are saying, why mention the kids like that? It's just wrong. #crossed the line. The internal tension grew so intense that a planned joint appearance with Harry and William in August for a veterans charity was quietly postponed until further notice. Royal Events UK, that joint charity event in August, gone. Sources say William doesn't want Harry anywhere near it right now. It was now clear this wasn't a temporary rift. It It was an official boundary line. At the heart of this dramatic shift were three young royals: Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. According to sources, William's biggest fear wasn't physical harm, but emotional manipulation. A child development advisor linked to the palace shared this perspective. Children that age are incredibly impressionable, especially when it's family. If someone starts planting seeds of doubt about their future or their roles, it can have lasting effects. At UK Child Policy, William's warning wasn't about physical safety, it's about emotional security for his kids. That's a whole different level of concern. A private conversation reportedly took place between William and one of his closest advisors in early July. In it, William allegedly said, "I don't want George growing up thinking his uncle hates what he's supposed to become." The source described William's voice as tense but sad, highlighting just how deeply personal this had become. Kensington child advisor for William: "The kids aren't part of the feud. They're off limits. If Harry can't respect that, it changes everything." Adding fuel to the fire, a recent Sussex media appearance included subtle digs at royal parenting, with Harry reportedly saying, "I want my kids to be free, not trapped by an institution like we were." The quote, while vague, was widely interpreted as a critique of William's parenting choices. At Royal Family Track, Harry talking about trapped children on live TV didn't help. Some insiders say that was the last straw for William. For William, protecting his children meant more than guarding their physical safety. It meant shielding them from narratives that could fracture their sense of identity as future royals. Palace source: "When your brother becomes a risk to your children's worldview, you stop thinking like a sibling and start thinking like a father." And that's exactly what William was doing. The leaked email sent shockwaves not just through staff but through the family itself. A royal insider claims Princess Catherine was stunned but supportive, allegedly telling William, "If you feel this protects them, then it's the right call." Even senior royals reportedly weighed in. King Charles, still recovering from his own health battles, was said to be deeply saddened but unwilling to intervene. Charles doesn't want to be dragged into another brother war. One palace aide revealed at Crown Update. Palace insiders say Charles won't get involved in the William-Harry fallout. He's leaving it up to William. Harry, on the other hand, allegedly reacted furiously when he learned of the email through a third-party source. According to a Sussex associate, he feels betrayed. He sees this as William trying to erase him from the family entirely. The associate added, "Harry's anger isn't about being denied access, it's about the word threat. He feels that crosses a line you can't walk back from." At Sussex Watch, Harry reportedly called Williams beyond repair. This could end any hope of reconciliation. Royal commentators agreed the word choice was deliberate. William could have said risk or concern. He used threat. That's loaded language, and he knew it. Royal commentator at Royal Prenalist: "The word threat means William sees Harry as unpredictable, maybe even dangerous, at least emotionally. That's huge. The once unbreakable brotherly bond, now fractured beyond recognition. And it was all because of three children who had nothing to do with their father's feud." The leak hit the press like a thunderclap and public opinion split instantly. Some sided with William, applauding him for putting his children first. Others accused him of vilifying his brother in a way that could never be undone. At royal supporters, UK William did the right thing. Family or not, you protect your kids first. Period. At Harry's defenders, calling your own brother a threat is disgusting. This is low, even for William. A BBC Snap poll found 62% of respondents agreed with William's decision to tighten access, while 24% believed it was an overreaction. The rest were undecided, but admitted the situation made them uncomfortable. Pollster: "Most people see this as a father making a difficult call, but it deepens the perception that the brothers' relationship is beyond repair." Celebrity figures even began weighing in. A former royal nanny tweeted at Royal Nanny Life, "When kids are involved, boundaries matter. William's not wrong to set them. Sad, but necessary." Meanwhile, Meghan Markle's silence was interpreted as strategic. Some royal watchers speculated she didn't want to add fuel to a fire that could easily turn toward her. If Meghan commented, she'd risk headlines saying she's escalating the war again. This silence is calculated. Royal PR expert at MediaBuzz UK: "Meghan staying quiet is the smartest move she's made in months. This isn't her battle yet, but behind the scenes, the Sussex camp reportedly sees this as a direct character assassination of Harry, one that could shape public